So dating apps have been a little bizarre. Then there are men on there who like don't get the point and are like, oh, I'm looking for a quarantine bae to come over. Like, that's not what this is for. This is not the time for that.
Hi, I'm Francesca.
I'm Mike.
It's Destiny.
I am in quarantine and I am single.
And I am single.
Currently quarantined, and I'm also single. There's my dog in the back. He's my current boyfriend. So today I'm going to be trying this new app called Quarantine Together.
It's not an app like Hinge or Tinder. It texts you directly.
Kind of just go to this website and you fill out your information.
They like pair you with someone. You don't get to see pictures of them. You don't know their name.
Kind of felt like Love is Blind, which I loved. So, and just to get a little more information about how this whole app works, we reached out to one of the creators of the app just to hear from him how this whole thing is supposed to go.
I'm Daniel Amarizade. I'm one of the founders of Quarantine Together. Quarantine Together is an app that texts you every single day to see if you've washed your hands or if you stay indoors. And if you reply back yes, then you get rewarded with a match. And you have 20 minutes to exchange in a text conversation with them. It's completely anonymous. So you don't know their number, they don't know your number. And if all goes well, if you want to continue learning more about this person, we send you a link to a private video call. The underlying problem that we're solving is a loneliness problem, is a lack of human connection problem. Even if you have a handful of people that you create your own little quarantine together, you just catch up with one another every day at 6 o'clock. It just will help us all get through this.
I like that they are trying to raise awareness to stay inside, which is like what we should be doing to like help flatten the curve.
The idea of just having a nice conversation with somebody without necessarily worrying about what they look like, and them not worrying about what I look like, sounds kind of nice.
If we don't make it romantically, maybe we can be friends on LinkedIn. Like, I don't know, we can be professional buddies.
How do I say this without sounding terrible? I don't really need more friends. Like, I have a good amount of friends. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, so I just got a text that says, "Hi Destiny, this is Quarantine Together. Did you wash your hands or stay indoors today? Are you available to chat with your match in the next few minutes? Reply yes if so." I wonder how they're matching me. Like, how is this my match? Like, based off what criteria? Area code? Like, I don't know.
As I'm sitting here minding my own business, eating my quarantine ice cream, I get a text message from an unknown number. Reply yes to connect. We'll match you in 5 minutes. Smiley face. I guess I should reply yes. In the meantime, I'll just keep enjoying my ice cream.
So it was around 6 when I got the text saying that I was matched with this guy named
Guys, I have my first connection. It says, Michael, meet reply to this message to connect. Introduce yourselves.
I just got matched. It says Destiny meet. So I said, hello. I hope this isn't someone I know. I'll put it there.
This is both of our first times ever using Quarantine Together. He has not shaved his face. Normally he's clean shaven. I wrote, I don't think anyone is shaving their face these days. I've certainly let it slide.
So I'm talking to this guy from New York. Conversation's a little dry. He's like, what have you watched on Netflix? And I was like, well, I've been watching all these shows. Tiger King, for example. And he was like, oh, I can't really get into that. And I was like, oh, okay. So I don't think we have much in common.
So he asked me where I was from and I said I was born here in LA. When I sent that, he replied, oh, I'm from New York. And I was like, oh, okay, this is weird. So I asked him how his quarantine was going and he actually said that he is an essential worker, and I was just like immediately just like concerned for him and his like well-being during this time, but he seemed to be like taking it in stride.
I haven't really learned that much about him in the 30 minutes we've been chatting. They just sent the link for an audio call and I asked him like, hey, did you want to do that? Like, and no response. So I'm just like, okay.
Okay, wow, we're gonna audio call, I think. I don't know if camera's the situation that we want right now, but audio sounds good, so I'm just gonna click allow.
Oh, hello. Yes, I do see you now.
Hello? I'm glad this worked. I really didn't know this technology was gonna do what it needed to do.
So yeah, how's your quarantine been? Have you just been inside?
Can you see me? You're super handsome.
I think this quarantine is scary. I'm like extra paranoid now.
No, you're my first time and maybe my only time on this.
So it's been like 10 minutes since I asked if he wanted to use the chat thing. He has not responded, so I'm gonna take that as a no. I will give him the benefit of the doubt. He may be jaded by dating apps. Sometimes when you're on dating apps so long, you can just be like tired of the small talk and the mundane. But I'm brand new to this, so I'm like, hi, what are you doing? Where are you from? What's your name?
That was a lot more fun than I expected. I was definitely worried that there were no gay men on it. I found one.
He is not my like typical type, but he was like very nice and just very chill, and I think that's just all anyone can really ask for.
I think it's really cool that you can be matched with someone anywhere, and specifically that you can be matched with someone without ever seeing what they look like. I don't know if I could say I enjoyed talking to it was nice meeting someone new. So once he found out I was in LA, the conversation kind of like really dried out. So I feel like if the app matched people that were closer, then maybe people would be more interested because it seems more realistic that you'll actually meet them.
I have been lonely, and this was a really helpful distraction.
I think this app definitely helps alleviate some loneliness that people might be having. I just feel a lot more energized just like talking to someone else.
Will I ever find my man? Is he out there? Are you out there? If you're out there, man, call me. You know where to find me. Please. Stay safe, wash your hands.